Hey there, creepy peeps, and welcome to another new movie review. Today we're going to be talking about The Open House. Quickly, though, before I get into that, I want to say a huge thank you for 1,000 subscribers. That is a milestone that I never ever thought I was going to hit, but you guys did it. I thank you so much. I will be completely honest, I didn't think I was gonna hit 1,000 subscribers so quickly, and I really wanted to do something cool when I got to that milestone. I definitely want to do another Q&A real soon, so I think I'm going to save my little 1,000 subscriber giveaway thing that I had planned for that. So stay tuned, it'll definitely happen this month. I mean February. This is still January, February. Okay, now, anyways, I also want to say thank you to my creepy patron peeps for your support of my channel. Thank you so much. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link in the description box, and that'll tell you all you need to know. So The Open House follows teenager Logan and his mother Naomi just after the loss of Logan's father, temporarily move into Naomi's sister's mountain house. They temporarily move into the house to kind of get back on their feet, but there's a catch. The house is for sale. So the one condition they have to living in the house is on Sundays, they need to vacate the house while the open house goes on. And they soon find out that maybe somebody who visited the open house did not leave and they are still there with them. I really like how they handled the identity of the killer in this movie without giving too much away. It reminded me a lot of Halloween and kind of Michael Myers, and I feel like it kind of adds to the mystery of the movie, and it kind of makes it a I don't know, like fill in the blank or like make your own kind of like horror story. It's kind of like The Strangers too, where you don't know so much about the killer or their motive or their identity. I think that kind of helps from the audience or viewer perspective, because it kind of gives you that feeling that, well, maybe this killer can come after me next. And I also liked the concept. Like, I liked that it took something that maybe most people don't think is that weird, like having an open house and selling your house, but it takes that and does what horror does well and reminds you, like, no, this could still be scary. Have you thought about what if somebody doesn't leave and they stay in the house and you don't know when you return? That's freaky. And now it's like one of those things. So it's like, you know, after watching Psycho, all of a sudden you're nervous in the shower. If you ever find yourself in a time when you're selling your house, all of a sudden you're gonna remember this movie and be freaked out a little bit. I also think the movie was shot really well. I think they kind of used some angles that I've seen a lot in found footage horror movies, particularly like the Paranormal Activity films. Not saying that this was found footage. This wasn't found footage or anything like that, and there's no, you know, use of like house cameras or anything like that. But they situate the camera in a way that it almost feels like kind of it's up in the corner of the room sometimes, where you can get like a wide view of the room and maybe the characters aren't doing much in this scene. And normally they use this, like I said, in Paranormal Activity, and you're kind of scanning the background because you're assuming something's gonna happen behind the characters, something's gonna move that they don't see. And that's what I kind of felt like I was doing. I feel like they played a lot with open spaces and empty spaces and your expectations of them. Like, we all know that if they set up an empty scene or an empty frame in a horror movie, we expect something to pop in there soon. I thought the movie was way too open-ended regarding the main characters of Logan and his mother. I realized that real life is like this, and not everybody gets closure, and bad things happen to good people for seemingly no reason. I understand this, but it didn't make for a good story. And I'm definitely gonna give a huge spoiler here. So if you don't want any spoilers, just mute it for like 30 seconds. You never find out the identity of the killer in the open house, and he just hauls off and eventually kills Logan and his mother, and there's no real closure. There's no reason given to why he's doing this. Like I said, you never find out the identity. And at the end, it kind of ends on that little cliffhanger where we see a sign for another open house, and a car sees the sign, kind of pauses and drives up to it, and we never see the killer. And we kind of just understand that this is what he does. So that being said, there's no closure for anything. You don't find out anything about why this happened. It just does. So I'm not a fan of open endings, but I feel like this was way too open-ended. I just feel like they had to give closure to at least one part, either from the killer's standpoint or the main character's standpoint. And to just leave them both completely wide open like that didn't make for a good story. It doesn't make me want to go back and watch it again. There's also way too many extra characters in this movie. I feel like so much time was given to kind of setting up these characters in this small little mountain town that Logan and Naomi find themselves in. And I think it was because, you know, they're setting up all these red herrings, like, ooh, who could it be? It's gotta be one of these people, right? I feel like too much time was spent setting them up. And then again, because it was so open-ended, nothing ever completes itself really in terms of any of the characters. So it just, I don't know, it just feels like, why are we setting all this up? It just felt useless. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of the scares and the creepy stuff that was happening in the house to kind of like build up tension leading up to the climax of the movie, I felt like it was getting a bit repetitive. Obviously, this is most horror movies, but of course, a lot of the creepy things happen at night. Obviously, if somebody is sneaking around in your house, they're probably gonna do it at night. That makes sense. I just feel like it was getting a bit repetitive. Like the killer was doing the same things to kind of be creepy and build up tension, and it just got to the point where I was just like, all right, let's just get to the reveal already. Like, I just want to get to the end of the movie. So was the open house worth watching? I didn't hate it as much as a lot of other people do. I feel like the problems I did have with the movie make it so I'm definitely not going to go back and watch this again, but at the same time, it's not the worst that I've seen. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's kind of like a take it or leave it situation. I feel like you're either going to feel okay about it or you're really gonna not like it. Although the consensus so far has generally been not like it. So keep that in mind when you're deciding to watch this. On IMDb right now, it has a 3.3 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 17% critic score and 11% audience score, and there's nothing on Roger Ebert for this. Obviously, this is a Netflix original movie, so the only place you can see it is Netflix. All right, so if you've seen the open house, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about it. As always, you can find me at all the normal social media type places. The links for those are in the description box. You can also find me on my blog at nightmaremaven.com, as a contributing writer at morbidlybeautiful.com, and on patreon.com/nightmaremaven if you want to check that out and support the channel. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here and become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday through Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye.